Welcome to this flash tutorial, The Invisible Game. This tutorial is made for beginners, meaning I'm going to go into a fair amount of detail. Going to start by opening a new FLA, selecting Action Script 3. Call this first layer Targets, T-A-R, Targets. Select frame 1. I'm going to set my stage here so I can see it, so it fits this window. I want black for my stroke here, and I want red for my fill. Picking up the selection tool. I want my oval tool this time. Click on it. This is basically for beginners, so I'm going to be spending a fair amount of time on it. I have the oval tool right here off the stage, holding my shift down, making a little circle. Pick up the selection tool, highlight it, modify, convert it to symbol, make sure button is selected, call it CIR shift_BTN. Copy that name, open the properties panel, paste it in, and put a T after the R. So this is a target. Go back here, pick up the rectangle tool this time. Come over here, hold the shift down, we're going to make a square about the same size as that circle. We're going to highlight it, modify, convert it to a symbol. Again, button is selected. SQU as in square, shift_BTN. Copy it. Again, I'm going to remind you this is for beginners, so I'll do a lot of steps. Paste the instance name in, and right after the U, put a T in. Now go over here again to this area here. Select the Polystar tool. Open the properties. Under Options, select star, and keep the 5 sides and 0.5 OK. Come back over here, holding the shift down, make a star. Pick up your selection tool. Just going to move these up out of the way here. Highlight it, modify, convert it to a symbol. Again, button, STAR, shift_BTN. Copy that. You have the procedure for these. Open the properties panel, paste in the instance name, and we're going to put another T after the R. We've got 2 more to do. Pick up the rectangle tool again. Hold the shift down. Make a square. Pick up your selection tool this time. Get on it until you see that right angle thing. Slide it to the left. Get on this one. Slide it to the right. There's your triangle. Highlight it. Modify. Convert it to a symbol. Try. TRI. Shift_BTN. Got 1 more to do. Copy this. Paste it in. Add the T. And there's 1 more to do. We still have the rectangle tool selected. Just click on it. Make a rectangle this time. Pick up selection tool. Highlight it. Modify. Convert it to a symbol. Rec. REC. Shift_BTN. Copy it. OK. Paste it in. And put a T after the rec. Lock this layer. Insert a layer. Call it Text. TEXT. Select that frame 1. Click on your text box. Make a text box here. It's a bit big. Let's see what we got here. I want dynamic text, Times New Roman, regular, embedded. Click this embed. I want upper, lower, numerals, punctuation. Okay. I don't need this big font here. I'm going to go down to about 39 or something. Make this a long box. I think I can get my text in here. If not, I'll change it. Lock all the layers. Select the top layer. Insert layer. Buttons. Call it buttons. buttons. Unlock the target layer. Select frame 1 of the target layer, and if they aren't highlighted, click your selection tool, highlight them all. Get that crosshairs, right click, copy them all. Then come down here to the buttons, first frame, click on it, right click, paste in place, and use your arrow keys, move them over. Way over, way over, way over, way over. Now, one at a time, we got to rename your instance name. Click on this one, open the properties panel, change the T to a 1. Click on this one, open the properties panel, change the T to a 1. On the star, change the T to a 1. On the triangle, change the T to a 1. You've got the motion. And finally, on the last one, change the T to a 1. Lock all the layers. Select the target layer, select frame 1. I want black for my stroke here, but I want no fill. So click here, and up here you got a white square with a red line through it. Click that. Pick up my rectangle tool. And we're over here, we're going to make a square. We want the square big enough that the largest one of these will fit in, and I think that will fit in there easily. Locking all my layers. I don't think I labeled my text, so unlock the text layer, select frame 1, make sure it's black. If it isn't, double click on it, open the properties panel. There is my text box, and I want this to be called score, SCORE, shift underscore TXT. Needs an instance name. Now I can lock it. Select the top layer, insert a layer, action script, AS. Select frame 1, select this frame 1, and open the actions panel. Type this code. It's *1 underscore BTN, that's the star button, period. Add event listener, small a, capital E, capital L, that turns blue. Open bracket, mouse event, capital M, capital E, that turns blue, period. Click. CLICK, all uppercase capitals, that turns blue. Comma, and I'm calling this function *1. Call it anything you want, except if it turns a color, then you can't use that word. Close bracket, semicolon. This is the function being called up, turns purple. *1, that's that name we just gave it. You can copy and paste. Open bracket, E, small e, colon, mouse event. You can copy this mouse event and paste it in. Close bracket, colon, void. Void's the same color as function. There's an open curly bracket. And we're going to do 3 things here with this *1 button. Score underscore TXT, capital S, that's that text box we just made. Period, text, TEXT, this turns blue. Equals, quotation mark, the space count is space, close quotation, plus, score, now that's a variable we're going to make, we haven't got it up there yet, plus, open quotation, now, period, close quotation, semicolon. This is blue, this is green, and this is green. Come down here, go to and stop. Small g, small t, capital A, capital S, turns blue. Open bracket 2, close bracket, semicolon. That's going to go to the second frame. And just to see if our button is working, we're going to trace, T-R-A-C-E, that turns blue. Open bracket, quotation, *1, quotation, close bracket, semicolon. And by now, if it hasn't come in, put in this second, put in this closed curly bracket. So now if we're telling it to go to frame 2, I have to have something on frame 2. So back to the timeline for a minute. Lock all the layers and unlock the buttons layer. Select that first frame. And if they're not highlighted, highlight them. Open the alignment panel. My alignment panel is here. If not, go to Window, Alignment. While they're all highlighted, make sure there's nothing in this box. Click here. That centers them this way. And click here. That puts a space between them equally. Go to frame 2 of the buttons layer. Right click, insert a keyframe. Now these are all highlighted. If not, highlight them. Right click, copy them. Right click, paste in place. And using your arrow keys, just slide them to the right. Now, click on this one, open it up, call it circle 2, because it's on the second frame. Click this one, square 2. This one, star 2. This one, try 2. And finally this one, rec 2. Let's go back to our actions panel for a minute. Let's open it up. Go to the very top, put a couple enters, and type in this code. Type. Stop, turns blue, open close bracket, semicolon, and we're going to make a variable. This is what's going to keep track for us. This is the variable that we're talking about down here. So VAR turns purple, score, SCORE, colon, number, capital NUMBER. As you start to write this, there will be a drop-down menu. Select the word number and press enter, or type it out, equals 0, semicolon. Now we should be able to try this. The star is where I got the score. So let's do this. Got my selection tool. Let's go back to the main timeline. Unlock the targets. Select frame 1. Highlight this star. Drag it up into here. Now let's test this out. Test movie. Tests. No errors. And these buttons do nothing right now. But if I press on the star, it should say star here, which it did, but I didn't get my score to show up. Okay? And the reason I didn't get my score to show up is because I didn't put my score, my text, way over here. So we'll do that. So go up to frame 5 right here. Insert a keyframe. Now let's try this again. Control, test movie test. If I click on the star, my count is 0. There's two things we gotta straighten out. Let's open the actions layer first. And right here before this text here, this line, I'm just going to put an enter, and I want SCORE, score. That's that variable. SCORE. Score equals SCORE RE score, which is a self. Well, this is supposed to be equals. Score equals score plus 100. And my font is way too big to fit in my box. So locking all the layers, I'm going to select that text layer again. Make the box a little bigger here. Double click on it till it lights up. Open up my properties panel and make my, I think I only need about a 20 will fit here. Let's try that. And Control, test movie, test. The score is 100 now. If we, I have this out of alignment, but if you click on this thing here, it says auto format, that'll straighten that out for you. Now, I want to put in the buttons that would be wrong. So copy this one. Copy. Click on here. 2 or 3 enters. Paste in what you copied. And instead of star here, I want circle, CIR. Copy that CIR1. Just the CIR1. Copy it. Paste it in here. And paste it in here. We don't want to add any score because it's the wrong answer. So 2 forward slashes, and I don't need to trace anything. So I just want to make sure this format works. For a circle, Control, test movie, test. No errors. So if I hit the circle, I jump ahead, but I don't have any count. Good. Let's click here. Right click, copy it. Click here, couple enters. Paste it in. And instead of circle, this time we want rec. REC. Copy rec 1. Paste it in here. And paste it in here. Do a format. Do a format. Good. Didn't like the fact that they were touching. See that? So that should be the rec one working. Copy this. Select here. Go down a couple. Paste this in. This should be the square. That's the rec, the rec. So this should be square, SQU. Copy square 1. Paste it in. Paste it in. Copy this. Down here, a couple enters. Paste it in. And this should be try 1, as in triangle. Copy try 1. Paste it in. And paste it in. Now, what you need to do is try each of these. So I'm going to just go up, pick my selection tool, just at that. Yes, you want to try each of these buttons. So you go Control, test movie, test. If I click the top one, it jumps and tells me 0. So I know the first one works. And you got to do all these. I'll do them this time with you, but I won't do them every time with you. This one here has got to do the same thing. It's not true. Control, test movie, test. This one is, and it's going to give me a score of 100, which is good. Control, test movie, test. This one should just give me no score. And finally, Control, Test movie test. This one should give me no score. I think that's enough for this tutorial. There's going to be a follow-up. It'll be Flash Tutorial Invisible Game Part 2. If you plan on doing that, save your FLA. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learned.